it's awesome, you know, have a partner to do everything together. It's like being amazing. Since I met Nina, everything changed in my life. You know, we been partners since in that. We do everything together, and I become a champion. She will be a champion soon.
Sure. Like, obviously, like, it always helps to have a supportive partner, but I guess when someone really understands what you do because they do it themselves, it's even more so, right?
Yes, sure. When I'm like stressed out, she understands it. You know, when I call the way, she understands. She cook for me.
Yeah, really?
She like make everything easy for me. This is the right answer.
What's the specialty? What's the cooking specialty? What's the favorite dish?
Favorite dish is definitely like beans and rice.
Okay.
And now it's like a new one. It's what's it called? Beiju.
Beiju.
It's like a Brazilian, like a tapioca kind of like wrap thing. So I had to learn that one.
Okay.
Googled a couple trial and errors, and we got that one now. So.
Have you taught her like feijoada or anything like that?
Yeah, she know how to cook a lot of Brazilian food.
Yeah.
She did very good.
I didn't think I had a choice. I had to learn.
Did you get a little upset though when Amanda bought you a sewing machine?
Look, it's been a sewing machine, it's been pots and pans, it's been a vacuum, but they're all really nice ones, so I can't really complain, you know? It makes my life easier. So.
But this time I did a little better.
Yeah, she did better. She got me like a nice purse. And yeah, good job.
Louis Vuitton expensive.
Yeah, see? It was a mixer, like a KitchenAid mixer, and then the purse, and I was like, all right, you redeemed yourself.
They said you were a little bit under the weather earlier this week. Are you feeling better now?
Yeah, I feel better always when I travel. I got like sinusite infection, but seeing I got in the hotel, like take my medicine, everything is fine.
Gotcha. You're in Vegas now. You guys are already.
Yeah, we are ready.
Why do you want to get there earlier?
Because of that. Yeah, because I can't travel.
Every time you fly.
Yeah, every time.
But we're at sea level in Florida, so whenever she like goes to a higher altitude, the pressure in her head, because she has like allergies and sinus. So that day or the first day or two, she needs a couple days to recover. So to get back on another airplane would have just she wasn't feeling well. It can make
It's
sense.
pretty bad. I really can fly again.
So have you been doing that? You've been getting to like the cities earlier?
Yeah.
Just in case?
Just in case,
Yeah.
Is that also when you fought the UFC 200, did you also arrive?
Yeah. Arrive early.
It seems to help then.
Help a lot.
It works.
What has been the biggest difference training for Ronda as opposed to training for Misha?
Because Ronda have specific training, you know. She's a judo, and it's completely different than Misha. Misha wrestler, and it's completely different training. You know, you have to know how to block the hips, block the combination she does, but everything's very, very good.
And you also have some serious experience in judo as well.
Yeah, I'm no brown belt, but I'm black belt in Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu, and I train judo at the same time. But I'm not graduated in judo. I don't know this
She never
belt.
went for like the belting promotion.
I never
she
went
did
to
it the whole time, but never.
because I always compete in Jiu-Jitsu, and I never went to change the belt in judo, but I train at the same time.
People definitely think that's her advantage over you, though. That if she's able to get her hands on you, that it could go the way of so many of her other victories. So what do you have to say about that?
Yeah, you know, like I think I'm gonna be ready. You know, I've been training. I know everything about judo. You know, the blocks. I know how she set up to get him close and then try take me down. Everything. Use the judo throws. And I've been working on, you know, I'm confident, I know everything, and it's gonna be everything fine.
Certainly people believe you have an advantage in striking, in boxing especially. When you watched her fight with Holly, did you just basically see a blueprint for how to beat her again?
For sure, I have a big hole there, you know, we know that she's a grappler, she's a judo girl, and she thinks she can strike, but I think after this fight against Holly, she back in her place. I think she knows she can handle, and I think she's gonna be more intelligent and then use a little bit strike to try to grab me. I think this she's gonna do.
Certainly, it's the most important fight of your career, but do you think it's actually the most difficult one as well, or not?
Honestly, no, it's pretty even. You know, my last fight for this fight it's pretty even, and I think it's not anything like different. I think I've been training, I've been ready for, and
In the past, a lot of times Ronda had a great advantage because of the mental game and she could psych people out. Do you think she still has that ability? I mean, you guys stared each other down at 205. Did you feel that same Ronda that was so intimidating to other women?
yeah, I never seen Ronda before. I never.
Oh, that was the first time?
Yeah, my first time, and it was pretty normal for me. I honestly, eyes, face, me face, anything like means anything to me. And I'm really confident, and I know what I capable, and I will do it. Anything's gonna change it.
So what were you thinking though? I had no idea you guys had never even met. So you're there and you see her come out. Like what was going through your head? The place was packed with people. Just kind of what were you thinking?
Yeah, after 200, like it's nothing like matter. Was huge that show 200, and for that night was normal for me. See Ronda Rousey finally is gonna happen. She really is gonna come back, and I'm excited. That night was like for real. She's gonna come back.
And what do you think when you see the promos? I had a conversation with a friend who, after Ronda lost, so many people thought she wasn't good anymore. The promos come out and everybody says, oh, she's going to beat Amanda because they're selling it well.
Yeah.
I mean, how do you feel when you see those promos and you're really kind of not in them?
Honestly, I'm okay with it. I think the only thing that I look for in this the only thing I look for in my career is this thing right here, the belt. Have the belt, be the champion, and whatever they want to do with Ronda, they do. She promotes good. Like it's gonna sell a lot of pay-per-view. This is the thing that I look for, and
it helps you.
It helps me at the same time, and. At the end of the day, I'm the champion, and I will walk in the cage. I'm gonna take this fight and be the champion for Wired.
Do you not think it's a little disrespectful? I know Joe Rogan on the telecast last week said he thought it was disappointing that you weren't featured equally with Ronda. Do you feel a little bit disrespected by it, or not?
I think UFC like Ronda lá, dando white love her hair. What are you gonna do,
It wasn't a surprise.
Yeah, it was no surprising. I really like that. I like it. Finally, she's gonna come back. And I don't care. Honestly, like I know what I'm gonna do. The thing that I want. That's it. I think I have nuts to do.
How has your life changed since the summer, since you got the title?
I've been doing a lot of interviews, more than normal. I have this belt at home. I wake up every day, see. That's
Where
it.
do you keep it? Where do you have it at home?
Now I have in my room.
You do?
Yeah, but since I got, always like next to the TV.
Really?
I look every time I watch the TV. But now in my room.
And what about sort of attention from Brazil? Has that been sort of significantly more? It's obvious that the Brazilian people were very, very proud when you won the title.
Yeah, I think they are proud, but because I left Brazil early in my career, a lot of people don't know me very well. If I stay in Brazil, I might as well here with you guys today, And I'm so glad that I did it. I'm here. I moved to USA. It was the best thing that I did in my career. I'm gonna be honest. And I know Brazil is the big MMA things, but if I stay there, I really it's gonna stop. Really. And I think they are proud, but I feel like they still have to show more, because I'm the only champion. I know now I have Jose Aldo, but I'm the real champion, and they don't do that much.
The UFC has you running around LA today doing a lot of media. Ronda's not doing a whole lot of media before this. Does that bother you? Does that upset you that you're kind of doing all the legwork?
No, I think UFC been doing for her. I think UFC been doing all the promo for her. I think she do whatever she wants. This is a part of my job. Meet with you guys and then talking. I'm here.
You said that it helps you, the pay-per-view does well. Does that mean you get a share of the pay-per-view? You're in your contract. It's in the numbers. You get part of the pay-per-view.
I can say that. I think so.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you get a percentage of the revenue from the pay-per-view. Yeah.
Yeah.
hope
This is
so.
in the contract. Yeah.
Okay.
Sure.
So it does help you financially.
Yes, for sure.
So you're gonna make a lot of money for this fight.
I hope so. Have to help my family.
Do you get a sense, I don't know how much attention you pay to what she's doing, but do you get a sense that maybe there's a little mental weakness there compared to how she was when she was still undefeated and everyone was saying that she was unbeatable? Do you think maybe there's a little mental weakness there now?
Honestly, I think if you don't know how to take a loss, for sure, like you're gonna, play with your head a little bit. But I really don't know what is going on with Ronda right now, with this whole thing. I really don't know. But for sure, if you don't know how to take a loss, you got a little bit lost also.
You seem very confident. I mean, do you sense that? Is that how you are all the time when you kind of you head to this fight? You have that confidence?
Yes, I am, because I'm training very hard. I training smart, and I know I'm a better fighter. And only keep everything calm and let the fight, go on, and then it's gonna happen. I know I'm gonna be ready for everything, and we'll see.
I know you're doing I know you're doing like some media interviews and stuff like that, but you're a fighter, right? You don't have lots of other distractions. You're not filming movies. You're not doing all this other kind of stuff. Does that help you? The fact that you have this complete focus on your job, which is fighting.
I really don't know, but I kind of like focusing in the thing that I'm good at. I'm a fighter. I want to be a fighter for a long time, keep the belt for a long time. And yeah, I think it is. I think I keep focusing my job as a fighter, and everything's coming together.
After the way you beat Misha, what did you want to work on to become a better fighter? I mean, you beat her so convincingly, you were on such a roll. What can you still improve on?
Keep learning more, more new movements, more different strike techniques and jiu-jitsu. Jiu-jitsu, I'm black belt in Brazilian jiu-jitsu, but I always learning things because jiu-jitsu is amazing. It's amazing. Amazing. Yeah, it's a challenge all the time. When you rolling with somebody, it's completely different, and you always learn. And I always move forward to learning new things.
When Ronda stormed off the stage that day, after you guys faced off, what were you thinking in your head? Like, why did she storm off? She didn't even talk to Joe Rogan. You spoke, she didn't. What were you thinking?
I don't know, it's weird, right? But
Pretty weird.
I don't know what is going on with that girl. I really don't know.
I saw you even look at one point. You're like, where'd she go?
Yeah.
I think everyone was, right?
Well, didn't they say, Dana said afterward, you weren't supposed to do the drugs?
Yeah, one time I looked like to get in my belt, but my belt don't come, and where's my belt? And because it's normal, you face off, you get your belt, this is supposed to happen that night. I missed my belt a lot that night. I'm the champ, I won my belt, and everything was so weird. Even the back, was
Confused what side it was supposed to be on and everything. It was weird back. Yeah.
Well, she's going to be walking out before you. She's not used to that. I'm sure just everything in her routine is she's used to the other way, right? So
I think even part of the staff was confused because in the back, one staff member's like, I think you guys are on the wrong side, and I'm like, hold on, stay here, let me go check. And then I went to go in the back, and then Ronda walks by me, and then I was like, are we on the right side? Like, yeah, you're on the right side. I'm like, all right. And I'm like, no, we're on the right side.
And I feel like UFC want to make it easy for her to take these, no, she don't feel like she's not a champ anymore. They want to make her feel like she's there, She's not the second thing. They want to make me kind of the second to make her get strong or something. I don't know. But I feel like this whole promotion, they try to like promote her. She can be strong, see that like Ronda. But she know she's the challenge. You know, I'm the champion. Nobody can change it. You know, nobody can like make Ronda like the champion. She's not the champion anymore. You know, and I think this day the whole thing about to not make it so like shocking for her when she come back, because she's already like a little bit weird with everything because she's the challenge. She never win that, and now she's like back as a challenge, walk first, everything like that, and then they want to make this more soft for her.
But she might be more of a challenge now because she's angry that she's not the champion. She could be better than ever.
Yeah, I expected that. You know, that's why I trained very hard for this fight. I trained like a lion for this fight.
It's interesting. Maybe they think she needs that. You know, that mentally she needs that kind of.
They see that. UFC see that. That's why they do that. You know, because she need like a push. You know, she can come back, but with me, nothing's gonna change it. I'm really gonna do the thing that I trained for, and I be ready for this moment. Like I be ready for, and then videos, talk, nothing's gonna change the thing I'm gonna do that night. I'm gonna be honest.
The UFC wants her to win. Do you think they want her to win and
The way looking,
he is not it.
the way look, yes, but nothing's gonna change it. I will be a champion. UFC is gonna promote myself after this fight.
I think they wanted Misha to win too, but
Yeah.
it just didn't happen that way. You know?
Keep ruining their plans.
Yeah, I will keep doing.
Amanda, a lot of people are gonna be watching this fight. A lot of people that don't even watch MMA, it's gonna be like all the eyes are gonna be on you. A lot of people are gonna see you for the first time. Is this something that you think about when you're training? Is this like a special fight for you, or?
I kind of, when I train, I focus, you know, being better, you know, and the only thing that I think, honest, and be better, be ready, you know, and be in the best shape ever, and then wait for the moment.
What would Christmas Day be like for you guys? Obviously, you're a few days away from a fight. Obviously, it's a special day, but you're probably not going to be quite the same as.
We don't even know what day it was. It 22nd, 21st.
22nd.
Yeah, we don't know. We don't really. We were gonna maybe buy a tree and put it in the room, but we're both training. I have a fight. She's got a fight. Doesn't matter. It's another day for us, to be honest with you.
Of course, we miss our family,
Yeah.
but this is a job. After December 30, it's gonna be good for everybody, for me, for my family. That's right, like everything's so smooth, and we like to be with each other, you know. Since I met Nina, we never like spend 1 minute apart, and this is very good. And my sister's gonna be there too, and
My family comes next week.
Nina's
so
family,
so
and a couple friends of mine.
we'll celebrate
of us,
after.
and we
the holidays,
can
not
be
big.
together and then keep the energy, focus for this fight, and it's gonna be awesome.
So Ronda blocked you on Instagram, I heard. TMZ had that today. Are you Ronda, I guess you said she blocked
Unfollowed
She
her.
don't follow. She don't follow me.
on Instagram, yeah.
Unfollowed.
She don't follow me.
That's the ultimate. Forget about getting in a fight. If you unfollow somebody,
Yeah.
follow you, does that upset you?
No, I think it's funny.
It's funny because she was sitting next to me. She starts laughing and looks at me. I'm like, what? She's like, Ronda unfollowed me. I'm like, all right.
She been following me for forever. Now she don't follow me. I don't understand.
Yeah.
She doesn't like to see the belt.
Yeah, she does.
You know, after you won the fight, there was people made a lot of it about you were the first openly gay champion the UFC has ever had, and I know you were honored and celebrated by certain organizations. How important has that been for you to be able to be a role model for other people?
You know, I have always people that out there look up to us, and it's important to we show like we are happy, you know, we love each other, and it's important people see that, you know, to start to respect, you know, and love is love, you know. When people realize is how love is powerful, this world is going to be a better place.
It actually taught us something as well, because we never thought of it as something that needed to be recognized other than we just post pictures together because we're together.
Right.
But when we started both getting emails from people that were like having difficulty, like struggling with their sexuality and stuff, it made us realize, well, maybe we need to be a little bit stronger about this to help these people. We're strong enough with our situation because both our families accept us. It's never been an issue. But there are people that are struggling with it. And if this is what we need to do to help them, then we'll help them.
It's great. I mean, because I've talked to Rocky about this too, and she and T-shirt, and everybody's just doing their thing, which is great. And it's still surprising to me that it bothers some people.
Yeah.
So I do wonder, though, you know, with our fan base, did you feel like it was something you had to say, or just that, well, eventually they'll figure it out, so we need to get in front of it?
I don't think we ever said it.
Yeah.
We never said it. They said it, and we just didn't deny it, is what happened.
Yeah.
It's like, oh, well, we can't deny it. Obviously, everyone knows we're together, but it was not something they would say, everyone, we need to tell you something. It never happened.
In that,
know?
yeah,
No
in
press
that,
release or anything.
No, it never was.
in that night UFC 200, was so happy, you know, and then I kissed Nina, and then
Yeah, and then that was it.
I kiss you now.
Now
you ready?
Yeah.
But that was, I guess, really the moment when it became to public.
Yeah.
Because you guys never had it as a secret, but that was the night when everyone became aware of
It was a night that we had to address it when it was spoken about. Like, yes, everyone saw that, you know, like, we don't post pictures kissing. We've never posted a picture kissing each other, but we did it on TV now. I guess we have to speak about it.
Is there some responsibility to be role models in a sense? Because you said you got emails from people, and people look up to you guys, and like you said, people are struggling with
It's an accountability thing, I believe. You know, like I'm not a representative of the LGBT community. I wouldn't say that either one of us are like well educated on it, to be honest with you. Like we never thought of it more than we just like each other, but it helped us realize that maybe we need to be. If it changes someone or helps somebody, I'm all for it. We're both for it. We'll do
You're
it.
kind of forced into that position of being a role model,
Exactly.
whether or not you want it.
And
but
it's better for us. It's better for us to realize that, oh wow, if this helps someone, just as it helps. We get emails that are young girls that want to be MMA fighters, and then we get emails of young girls that are struggling with their sexuality. We treat them the same. You know, like if we can help either one of you, we're going to.
Also because you guys are in the public eye. You know, it's easier, I guess, for someone to just go about their lives and do their thing when they're not being watched and there's not this gold belt hanging around these cameras. Does that make it more difficult, or do you kind of embrace that?
We embrace it.
Yeah.
You know, it's never something that. We both have very strong personalities. You know, we know our decisions have been public, and we're okay with that. You know, we had the discussion in the beginning, like the first picture we posted together before we weren't even in the UFC. We were both just, you know, we fought in, she fought in Invicta, I was just fighting in Invicta. It wasn't like a big thing yet. And then it was like, should we post this picture? And it used to be a conversation, like, and then now it's just like, we're gonna post whatever we want, you know?
Yeah.
But there's also, I always felt like it was an assumption that a lot of women fighters were gay.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I guess I felt like it was less of a surprise to people.
You know, like, I've never had to ever sit down with my family and discuss me and Amanda's relationship, friendship, relationship, whatever it was. From the first day that I brought her to my house to meet my father,
I'm moving.
Yes, not literally. Yeah, that did happen.
I
She
bring
moved
my
in.
bicycle.
She
I have a
brought-
bicycle
yeah.
that I ride to
Not only
buy
did
my
she
bread.
move in,
I live in the gym before.
but
That's hilarious.
that was like Dad, this is Amanda. And that was it.
her father tell me like, oh, if you want to stay here, you can move here.
Because like she lives
The
in
first
the
day,
gym. I don't want her to stay in there. You
I
know,
think
she
I'm
doesn't
gonna
need to
move
stay
in
there. And I was like, oh boy, and it got serious real
But that's
fast.
the biggest joke too about what they do on the third day.
Yeah, exactly. But it was almost to the fact like, okay, I know the joke and I get it, but before it was that, she was my training partner. Before she became my girlfriend, it was like, oh, I know what it's like to struggle in this sport and not have money and live in the gym. I have a house. I was born and raised in Florida.
But I had a bad intention. She know, but I.
Yeah, her intentions were always that. Mine were like, let me help this poor Brazilian girl that doesn't speak English. And then 4 years later, you know, it's here.
How long have you guys been like dating? Like
4 years.
4 years. Wow. Is there
Yeah.
any plans for like marriage or anything like that? Or?
Babies,
Yeah,
very,
everything in the future, but
for sure.
you know, there's no rush. We know where our life's going. We don't need to like do it.
No
now,
rush.
like-
You every day asking her. No rush. She every day like, when is it gonna happen?
We get get this question at least once a week, and I'm like, well, I'm not asking, so it's
Right,
definitely on her.
The other day she asked me like, you think I keep a fight or have a baby right away? But like, yes, you're gonna have fight coming up. You're gonna fight.
But it was both ways, you know, like we both want kids, we both want a family, and it's like, all right, we both fight, so it's like I can't fight and have a baby at the same time. I could always come back. But
Would you guys adopt or?
I would I would carry too, and then eventually adopt too. You know, we're not.
Honestly, I can't wait.
Yeah.
I can't wait to bring my kids to Disney World to see how. Sometimes we go and they look at the kids around in Disney World. This is amazing. It's an amazing feeling.
My daughter back there.
Yeah?
She had the competition with Chelsea.
It's amazing. And I can't wait to.
Have you guys had any negativity at all?
Oh yeah.
There has been some haters.
You get some comments, but we don't have to say anything. Our fans take care of it for us. You know?
In between, you can't.
Exactly. There's nothing that it's something we never even have to do. I almost like to leave it there to just see how many, and then they end up deleting their comments and like disappearing.
They delete, yeah.
So who got better? Did your English get better or did your Portuguese get better?
Definitely my English.
Both.
Because when I met her, I talked to her
Google
in Google
Translator.
Translator. Like,
It'll be a message,
I like you.
and then I was like, I don't know what that means.
I wanna kiss you.
And I was like, hold on.
Can I go watch a movie?
Yeah,
at
she's like,
room?
I want to watch a movie at your house. I was like, what does that mean?
I wanna watch a movie.
Yeah, so it started like with the phone, and then it was like, okay, and then I understood some Spanish, so then it'll be, and then she just started speaking to me in Portuguese. Like, well, now I have no choice. I have to.
It's always fun.
But now, you know, her English is fine. Everyone can understand her. But the thing is, she came to America in a Brazilian gym where everyone spoke Portuguese. So she never like learned English. So she was here for 2-3 years, but only around Portuguese-speaking people. And
I mean, it certainly helps. I mean, I know a lot of people thought Jose should have learned English a long time ago. Anderson started to learn it eventually. I mean, how important do you think that is to growing your fan base and being able to speak English?
Yeah, because you can communicate with everybody, you know? We can. Right now, I sit down and talk to you guys. I can sit down and then talk a little bit Spanish. I can, you know, I speak Portuguese, and we can like do a lot of noise as possible, you know, to promote the fights, everything. I think this is very important. And also, I live in America, you know. I want to stay here forever, you know, and I want to get better and better with my English, and I keep learning and evolving until I get there.
Yeah, I wanted to get back to, you mentioned that before about leaving Brazil and training. I know Claudia came to the States for her last camp, and she seemed too to really kind of struggle with leaving Brazil and not wanting Brazilians to feel like she was abandoning them. So that is something very real for you then, yeah? Or maybe not as much for you.
Yeah, it's not as much for me because I really, whatever I do with my career, I will keep doing, you know, and I love living here, and everything when I moved to USA was everything is coming together, you know. I've been struggling in Brazil for so long to like get something. When I come to USA was like I keep working on, but things happen here.
But she does get that as well. She does get some Brazilian people like, oh, she doesn't live here. She like, they're bigger fans of the people that stay in the country and train in the country.
But they don't know how it was for me then.
Yeah,
you know?
they don't understand
they
that.
call me like now because I'm the champion. They think you can go to my page and then say something like, hey, go there and then see how it was for me when I started, you know, things. And this I think people have to come down a little bit when go to my page and then talk about they don't know anything about me.
How was it? Like, where were you from in Brazil? Where did you live and how did you grow up there?
I grew up in a small city, the name is Pojuca, and I moved to Salvador. It's
like the south.
Bahia, exactly. It's a bigger city there, and I started training and then tried to like get some sponsors to keep it going, and friends help me to go to compete and then do things, but like I can't find any sponsor only like couple monies, but I can travel like that, and then was like horrible.
living in the gym over
I
there
live in the
as
gym
well,
the whole time, and then never have somebody to look up to me. You know, I've been training, been like getting. I trained jiu-jitsu the whole time. I compete in jiu-jitsu. I get the world champ like twice in jiu-jitsu, and I've been so many times in competition, but nothing happened. And then I decided to do something, and my choice come here. And I have like couple people here, my old coach, my judo coach, Edson Carvalho, he already live here, have a gym, and then I'm ready to go. And then I'm ready to do something with my career. If not, I'm gonna stop doing, you know. And I decided to move to America.
A lot of people in Brazil grow up.
I'm just gonna have them bring the food out so that the girls have time to eat.
No problem. A lot of people in Brazil grow up really struggling for money. You know, seeing it during the Olympics and the World Cup. Was that your situation, or like, what was your sort of family?
Yeah, my family don't have a lot of money, and my mommy was a single mommy, and to grow up was very hard. She worked. I have my two sisters to grow up with me. Was hard, and she like didn't everything she can do to like raise us, but you know, like when you have a kid, you have to like, you know, do more things, but nothing can help me to like keep it doing.
Was it like a favela where you grew up, or just a neighborhood?
No, like
a
more
farm town.
Farm,
Like,
yeah.
Like a small, like we use like a small city here, like
Yeah,
maybe a couple thousand people, but dirt roads. It's very. I've been to where her hometown is, yeah, so I kind of. That's what I would compare it to here, like one of the small outskirts of like in Kansas City, I would say, like one of these like kind of small towns.
I've seen the videos on Instagram.
Yeah, like that.
When you were after you fought Misha, you know, obviously she's retired now after one more fight. Do you feel that you played a big part in that, in her deciding to retire?
Sad, right? Because I don't want to see she retire at all, but I think the nose is now. I don't think she can take it that much, and I think she make the right decision. And because it's hard when you broke something and you can recover very well, and you keep it like do this with your body, go through this. I think she make the right decision, but at the same time, I really want to see she fight again. You know, she's a great athlete, but yeah, it's always sad for me to be a part of that moment in her career.
Big Leslie Smith said that you retired and you should take
I heard it from a few players.
Yeah.
Right, because in the next fight they showed him between the corner, right, when she said, I don't want to be here anymore.
Yeah.
I just don't even want to be here.
Well, we knew after the fight, like how she was standing in the cage. Me and her, like she's gonna retire right
She's
now.
gonna retire.
And
Yeah.
then 2 minutes later, she did. You can see it in a fighter. You know, in a fighter when they're in it and when they're not in it anymore. She's had a long career. And
Honestly, I really want to see that in my career. You know, I don't want to keep it doing, then keep it lost, and then keep doing it up and down, up and down. I really want to be a champion as long as possible. But when I want to be able to see this, you know, and then retire a champion. You know, not let it just happen with me.
So when anybody I speak to at ATT says that you're the hardest working person in the gym, and they don't mean the hardest working woman, they mean the hardest working person in the gym. Obviously you guys train together, so but do you put in some work with the guys as well, or do you mainly train with them?
Yeah, we put in some work with the guys, and Nina is my many training partner. We work very well together. Because you know, everything can happen in a training. We have to be very careful. But we train with the guys too.
Yeah. So like Masvidal and some of the guys?
No, we
bigger guys,
like
smaller guys.
Yeah, more smaller guys. Lamar was my main training for Misha. Was Lamar. He fight in small show, and yeah, it's for this fight too. And I also sparring with my coach coming.
Yeah.
It's also, you know, I never like be able to train with a coach like sparring. Punch the coach in the face. He punched me in the face, and then after, you know, it's very good. The American Top Team is really the best team and you can inspire with your coach. You know, this is awesome. And he was like one of my main training for this camp with Ronda. He told me a lot. He like,
Oh, really?
Yeah, he did it.
Well, I guess you have to get used to that.
yeah.
Well,
Told
her,
the
it's very
first-
hard to go like you can't like be like I'm just gonna go soft and do it. Like even as a man, like you have to be ready because she will go.
I like to train hard. This is the thing. And I don't like training with men because sometimes like, she's a girl, I don't wanna hurt me. You know,
Yeah.
hurting me, and I
It's
wanna be
harder.
ready for.
Right.
Because I don't wanna get home and then like, he was like very easy with me. You
It's
know?
harder to train with a guy that has like a little bit like if I go too hard, I'm an asshole. If I don't go, but you're not helping us.
But you're not.
If you
try hard.
can't help us, then I'd rather you just not go.
And Kami is that kind of coach. You
feel
know?
hater.
I like him. He like beat the shit out of me and throw me because he's very good wrestler. You know, he have the hip strolls like amazing. And this is the thing that we're gonna feel in the fight. You know, like the hard moments in the fight, and then you have to ready to be able to, you know, get up and then keep it moving forward. And I like training with him. He make me feel very good.
I don't know if you guys saw on the way here, but Chris Cyborg tested positive.
I saw.
A banned substance. Any reaction to that? I don't know how well you know her, but is that unfortunate that they're opening this new 145-pound division? You know, she's one of the key cogs of that division now. She might be out for who knows how long.
Yeah. Yeah, now, who knows? I think it's gonna be a little hard for her. You know, but she can take some times and then rest, go see her family, and then whatever she wanna do, she's gonna do it in her life.
Could you fight at 145? Is that a possibility?
I fought before.
Yeah.
Yeah, I fight Julia Butt in Strike Force,
Right.
145. But no, I don't wanna come back. Maybe I go down 125 if he open. Yeah,
Because
I
everybody,
think so.
all the
Maybe.
rumors are saying that you weigh too much right now, and that it's been hard for you to make weight.
No,
No.
I didn't say it. I'm just saying.
Yeah, no, that's not a true statement at all.
my way come out so easy. I don't know. I born with this, like, thank God.
All right.
And I sweat, and then my way is like just like I
She
can't eat.
doesn't diet like if she'll
clean?
eat clean, but her plates are like this big.
Yeah.
She's not like starving for food, and she doesn't.
Yeah.
She could drop 10 pounds.
I can
like,
go eat a
nothing.
little bit like a chocolate, a
I
little
know.
bit like candy, whatever I want, I can do.
Really?
Yeah, and come out easy.
Yeah.
But maybe if UFC open 125, I love to try it. You know, go down first to see how I feel, and maybe run to that belt too. But this is in the future. My focus now is this my next fight.
I'm sure Nina wants the 125.
I know.
Yeah.
Jesus, please.
And if she's go up here, okay,
Because that
I
happened.
stay.
You were supposed to fight Rose that time,
Yeah,
right? And it didn't happen.
I got sick actually 3 weeks before that fight. I had a liver infection and bronchitis, and I was on a natural, a natural kind of medicine. At the time, IVs were legal, so I did like an IV, and I felt okay, and then rested a little bit. But then when I came to cut the weight, I was I think 40 hours out, I was about 15
I
pounds.
thought she's gonna die.
Yeah.
Honestly, I have to stop because
Yeah, but
can
it
see
came
her.
back. Once I started cutting the weight, all my sickness came back. It never
Yeah.
left my body because I didn't take any antibiotics because it would have affected my training for the fight. And I cut more than I should have gone. Like I really put my body. I went in and out of conscious a couple times. Amanda had to stop
Yeah.
the weight cut because I wasn't gonna stop it. My
I
coach,
saw Nina's eye like,
and she was like, "That's it.
we have to
You're done."
stop here, you're done.
You know, I was even done cutting weight, and then, but overnight I gained weight, which is weird because I didn't eat anything, and this has never happened to me before. And I'm like, my body is obviously struggling for something,
Yeah.
you know. And then I just got sick again. Right after weightings, no appetite, couldn't eat anything, couldn't drink, couldn't keep anything down. The next morning I didn't gain any weight, and the doctor was like, "You are sick and you cannot fight." And
Yeah,
that was
it's
that.
horrible.
Yeah. But you know, I'm better now at making the weight. You know, I had a nutritionist and all that stuff, but it's still a big weight cut. You know, I would be, of course, way more stronger and powerful at 125, but
Well, and it's tricky too, because even with Chris trying to make certain weights, I mean, it is harder for women who carry fat
Yeah.
differently. It's harder to get
Yeah.
rid of. I mean,
In the period, everything.
exactly. And when you think about in the future, you may want to have children. I mean, how much do you have to weigh that all together?
That's what the issue was. It's not so much of the toughness of going to 15, because mentally I can go to 15 all the time. it's my body can't really handle it as well anymore, you know, especially as I'm getting older, especially as I plan to have children in the near future. Like, I don't want to do that to my body. It doesn't make sense, you know, but what am I going to do? There's no career outside of the UFC, to be honest with you, if you want to call it like a career.
Yeah.
It's called struggling if you're not in the UFC. I don't want to do that anymore. I don't need to. So I took the 15 division until it opens up.
Yeah. But now you walk around like
A lot smaller, you know.
a lot small.
I don't torture myself anymore than
Yeah.
15, so it's a lot better.
One day before the weigh-ins, we in the same weight class.
Yeah. Yeah, pretty much.
And we play with that.
Yeah. When I was walking around heavy like 35, 36,
Yeah.
like I'm like we were the same weight for like 10 minutes.
And because she make a fun of me because I'm in Brasilia, but I don't have a butt.
Yeah.
No, I don't have that,
Like
I don't have
that.
that beautiful body. And I'm like, thanks, Nina.
You look like a 10-year-old boy on this scale.
Fish makes me dumb. Seems to be loading up that table.
Oh wow,
Are you gonna
there's.
be able to eat? You guys gonna be able to eat?
Yeah, but nothing like no fried chicken. But what is that?
What is that?
Is that squash?
You can leave the fried chicken to me. It's fine.
Yeah, you guys can do the fried chicken. We're good on that. It's like a butternut squash.
So that whole overnight weight gain, I feel that with you.
Yeah.
Some days you're literally like, where did, like, what happened? I didn't
And then I recut it. I recut the weight from the hotel to the scale. I gained another pound, and I was like, "This is making no sense. Something's up here."
That's like the body, like in starvation mode,
Yeah.
trying to
And it's
find
holding
like, things to
anything.
hold
Yeah.
on to.
Well, even the UFC doctor, I didn't tell him that I wasn't feeling good, but when they were doing like my vitals and stuff, he kept looking at me like,
You good?
"Are you alright?" And I'm like, "No, I'm fine."
It was horrible.
Pretty bad. Never doing that again.
Never.
You know, I'm glad she was there to pull it because I would have kept going and I could have.
Right. You could have really
Die.
Yeah.
Die. For nothing. The more important in everything is your body, your life.